Alright guys, I'm going to start today's video badass way you can. Y'all ready for this? I don't think you're ready. I'm ready. Great Balls of Fire, Jerry Lee Lewis, The Killer's Sunglasses on Globetrotting with Trey.
Canada, back book. Hey!
This is my friend right here now. You know I have, hey, you know Mr. Morris, I have the camera rolling, right?
And you always do.
That's how I am, right?
And we don't have a right to edit it, do we?
No, we don't. No, we don't. But you're always good. You're always good talking.
From Boston? From Boston?
Rachel from Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, Massachusetts. I'm just saying, what do we want to say? Faneuil Hall?
Yes.
Faneuil Hall?
Yeah.
Great city to visit. And I had a chance to do that. And didn't meet you. I'm really sorry about that.
Well, if you go any other time, I'll meet you.
But I went out to the boat, you know, the Mayflower.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to take her around and show her some Elvis locations, but I might have to do this because I said if I ran into you this week, I was going to ask you. One of these days, I want to ride with you and film on Bill Morris Parkway.
Anytime you want to.
I think that would be the coolest thing ever to actually ride on.
Be with them on his road.
Yeah, well, you have an invitation anytime.
All right, I'm going to take that up because I was thinking the other day, it just popped in my head. I said, you know what?
Well, I'm not employed anymore since I'm turning 89 next month.
89?
So I can take off anytime I want to.
89, Bill?
Right.
79.
89.
89, wow.
89. So in less than 13 months, I will be 90.
90 years
So,
old.
if
That's
I live.
awesome. Oh no, you go be. You gotta hang around.
My children said, "Dad, you're gonna live forever."
You are.
Well, Elvis. Well, why not? Elvis did.
Did you?
Elvis is going to live forever.
Did you see his TCB?
That is what I would. The point about the TCB, all these TCBs around, the original ones are. Let me tell you, this is crazy. Elvis put that on me, right there. This one, 51 years ago, and so these first ones have a little mark on the back. And that little mark says these are the original. The last ones of these bring in over $100,000 for the original. Over $100,000. But because I love Elvis and I always have all of this, my family will get all of this. More important to me than the money. And so a lot of people get a hold of the stuff, they sell it and go. But the memories are irreplaceable. And so I had the TLC, which now is in the hands of my daughter-in-law. And she loved it. She was here 2 years ago with me on stage. I just saw a picture of that recently. And she's her husband was with me to go to the funeral. And we went to car number 7 in the parade. And I say this, I'm not mentioning this before. I guess I was the most stunned of anybody when we came out of the driveway in the procession and saw all these tens of thousands of people. How did they find out about Elvis dying that quickly to make arrangements to come to Memphis and to Graceland for the funeral, like in the 2 days? And at the house, I greeted people on behalf of the family at the door, people that were allowed to come in. And I was stunned of people that were allowed to come. There was a restriction. Not many people came, like Ann Margaret and her husband, Mr. Smith. But it was a surreal deal. I have to tell you, we were there in a very quiet environment, with Elvis in the casket and so forth. And then we all get together after this service, and we come out to go to the cemetery. And the shock of so many people was amazing to me. There were so many. Everywhere I've been since, I've been different places, Japan, Europe, everywhere. I'm always amazed at the response about Elvis. And I've been to 35 different countries, and I find Australia, wherever, and I've been on TV and what have you. When I'm there, they always ask about Elvis when they find out about Memphis. You know, I was so happy they started saying Memphis because for many years people thought Elvis was from Nashville. You know, because that's the country music place. But and I come here and I'm intrigued to meet Elvis fans, and so. But I'm going to speak from the stage on Tuesday, and I was telling to one of my friends this morning, I'm always uptight because I don't know what to say.
Well, just like you're telling me.
I mean, there's so much to talk about, so many stories, so many events, so many funny things, and the fact that this photograph, you know, nobody else in the world has a picture made singing with Elvis but me. I'm talking about individuals other than groups, but that is it.
What were you singing?
How great thou art.
How great thou art. All right. Can you
Now I guess I was singing to him.
Go ahead and sing for us, Bill.
Oh, I don't sing today. I don't sing.
I was going to try to get him there.
No. Well, Tom Brown and I we were going. God damn, I'm gonna take the thing. Tom and I were going to do that on stage, and you know, your train of thought, you lose it.
Right.
But it's still my favorite song of all songs.
Now let me ask you this, Bill, and you might not be a part of it, but the night that Jerry Lee Lewis showed up to the gates.
No, I wasn't.
You wasn't part of that
No,
one?
I wasn't part of it. No, that's one of the craziest things I've avoided.
Well, now, were you a part of something that y'all got a call that stuff was being shipped to Graceland? I read a story maybe from Billy or someone, and
No.
I wish I could. It was on the top of my head because I was going to ask you. Something with Larry Geller.
No, I
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know. A funny thing when we got a call out there one night was had an emergency call from Red West, and Pat had called in the house and said Red has been hurt, terribly hurt, and his accident, he's bleeding profusely and so forth. And so we jumped in the cars and run down there, and Red had created this wound, you know. And I thought there was going to be a brawl over the thing. He scared everybody to death. But they did this stuff all the time. They just
Play tricks on y'all.
well, Elvis was that kind of guy. He did the same thing to everybody.
Yeah.
One of the funny things he did, one year he gave me a Mercedes for Christmas. The next year he gave me a 50-cent McDonald's gift card, which I still have.
You still, I've got to see that.
I still have it.
That's great.
I still have it. But then I gave him a hound dog, which they still have out there. But I also gave him a commemorative gold-plated pistol, seal number 2, and it's still in the archives. So we had, because he loved law enforcement, you know, and he got lots of badges. And we gave him a lot of different badges. And
he put that on. Yeah, he was there.
I don't know why, but I still have my first badge, number 1, sheriff. So, but I don't know what happened to all this stuff when I die.
That might need to be in the TigerMan. Our new karate museum. That would be a cool display.
Yeah, it would. Might be, you know, just swearing in, you know, and I deputized all those guys. And
So did Elvis ever try to talk you out of the badge?
no,
Because, you know, I've met a few cops where he tried to talk them out of their badges.
no, he didn't have to. I'd automatically give it to him.
You just give it up.
He knew well, you know, he liked badges, he liked law enforcement, and he was genuinely concerned about the drug business in this country. And he supported a lot of people. I don't know if it's properly recorded or not, but he sponsored sidewalk education of drug addicts in Denver, Colorado.
I didn't
know that?
I didn't know that.
You know that? There was a program that was people volunteered to work dealing with drug deal people on the streets. Called Sidewalk something else. But he was very genuinely involved and upset, and that people within his own group were violated. And I got a call from him the night he recorded Madison Square Garden, he woke me up at home, and I wanted to know, why weren't you with us tonight? And he went on to tell me about his experience to find out some in his group were doing drugs. And he absolutely wept. Woke me up 2 o'clock in the morning. And if you have a record from Madison Square Garden, that happened that night.
New York City. Yeah.
New York City.
That's something I've never heard before.
Yeah. A lot of stories.
Yeah, this guy has them, guys. This was the sheriff in Memphis, Tennessee. Shelby County.
Shelby County.
Shelby County, got it right. It's Shelby County. Mr. Bill Morris here.
Yeah.
And
He was there, helped Elvis get what? At the JC's?
I nominated him for that.
Mr. Morris here, Bill Morris, nominated
Right.
Elvis for the 10
And
most
we have
outstanding
host,
men in Memphis.
we have host all the other honorees at Graceland from 5:45 to for an hour and a half at Graceland, and everybody had TCBs to be recognized, all the staff, and they had business cards created especially for them with rank on it, like as special deputies, lieutenants, and whatever. And I have a copy of all their business cards that I have in my briefcase. And there are not very many of those around anywhere.
No.
But I have those. And so, matter of fact, I showed them to John, and he was surprised.
His eyes probably
It popped open, yeah.
It popped open, didn't it?
Exactly. I say, a lot of this stuff I've had for years and years and years, and never.
I would be just like you. I'd still be wearing my TCB if I had one.
Well, this one is right now market value is well over $100,000 for this one because of the little tag on the back. Yeah. But it's not for sale and won't be.
How did he surprise you with it?
Well, we were all at Graceland for the holidays, and so all the guys around got them. My wife got the TLC, and now we passed it on down to my daughter-in-law, and but she's a really big Elvis fan, and so she has it hidden away. But she comes here, she'll wear the TLC.
That's great.
Yeah. Priscilla was responsible for that. He was doing the TCB for the guys, and she said, "Well, what about the ladies?" And so he came up with TLC.
Ladies had to get something, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Priscilla. That was very good.
Thanks, Priscilla. We appreciate that.
That's right.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Morris.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you, man. I was hoping you'd be here.
Yeah. Anytime, call. Give me a call anytime you're in Memphis.
If you watch Globetrotting with Trey, you probably, I can't even talk today, so I'm so tired. You probably recognize this lady right here. That's my good friend, author of the popular, where's the book? Destined to Die Young title. A cool picture of Elvis behind her.
Yeah.
Sally, what are you doing here in Memphis?
I've been here for several days. I'm signing my book here at John Daly's Festival for a few more hours today. I'll be going to the vigil tonight. Then tomorrow I'm on the...
Where are you at tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm excited. I'm going on the bus tour with Trey and Spot Guy, and we're gonna, 3-hour tour, right?
3-hour tour.
After that, we end up back at the TigerMan Karate Museum and Dojo, and then I'll be signing books from 3 to 5 over there.
So fans, because they will be watching this tomorrow morning.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Fans can come
over
and meet you, get an autograph from 3 to 5
Yep.
at TigerMan Karate Dojo Museum.
Absolutely, I would love that.
So guys, it's your chance to come meet Sally. She's an awesome person. She really did her research, like if you've watched our interviews, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you picking her book up. Dave Hedler last night gave you a big shout out.
Did he?
He said he
Awesome.
read your book twice.
Yeah, we had a 2-hour phone conversation, that was just incredible. So to meet him here in person and get a big hug was just super fun. And I hated to miss his talk last night, but I've heard great things. So, and it's always fun to chat with you. Every time we get online, it's like a 2-hour conversation, right? So I'd love to talk to everybody tomorrow too.
And you can do it in Memphis, Tennessee.
That's right.
You can meet her in Memphis. All right, Sally.
All right.
Well, hey, have a good day today.
Thank you. Have fun.
All right, guys, so I was just driving down the highway, and I had to stop by and film the Circle G for you guys to see it here in 2021, unfortunately. Elvis and Priscilla spent some time in that house and on this land Once upon a time in Elvis's life. Circle G Ranch. And of course, you see how close it is to the road. I believe the road was a 2-lane highway back then. Spy Guys showed a really great aerial, but the highway was right over there. So it was a little farther away, but Elvis had a fence. Elvis had a fence installed, and I'm gonna try to find it, but I believe there's a picture of Elvis right here. I'm showing it to you on screen now. Elvis was leaving the driveway of his truck. Now it could have been a little farther out since the drive would have been out. So it might have been over here in the middle of the road where that picture was captured, but nonetheless, it was right here. Once upon a time in Elvis's life. Circle G Ranch. Can you see Elvis and the guys riding horses out here? You having fun?
Awesome, thank you. Where's the lake?
It's over here past these trees. Somewhere out there. No trespassing, guys. Private property. Wonder if that was there when Elvis was here. And that fence. Was that Elvis's fence here at the Circle G?
You remember back, you may not be old enough to remember this, but the television show Emergency 51, when the fire truck would leave, it would go, and they'd make that tone. Well, that was a tone for a specific fire truck or ambulance. They have tones, and you'll hear the tone. You'll hear the guy say, "Ooh, I am tired," and you'll hear his truck sprinkle. That's weird. Yeah, and so he'll say, emergency call at Elvis Presley's home, 3764 Elvis Presley Boulevard, go through the front gate, pull up to the front of the house, and then you'll hear Charles Crosby, the driver, he'll say, ambulance 6 out, 1443, which is 2:33 in the afternoon. And then right behind that, you'll hear, because there's really nothing between that because they're driving, they don't know what's going on. So then you'll hear ambulance, you'll hear him say 1440, which is when he arrived here, 7 minutes from the fire station to here. Then you'll hear him say 1448, which is how long it took him to load him and get him in the truck and leave. And then you'll hear him say, which is the part that blows my mind, he'll say 1456, which means from here to Baptist downtown, 8 minutes. They had that truck in the wind, Jack, to get down there. That was a long ways. And so that kind of gives you a timeline. The other thing that you hear is, I really feel rain. It's just weird. Is it coming off the trees? Okay, maybe it's sap coming off the trees. And the saddest part of it that you hear is the guy calls, and it's not one of the dispatchers. The rest of it is all of them talking to each other about it. So that's why the rest of it, is not part of the story. It is.
Thank you very much.
You're going to be superstars now.
Why are you an Elvis fan? That's always the question. Why are you an Elvis fan? Whoever wants to start.
He's phenomenal. I love him because of his music, his heart. Yeah. Our dad brought us up with Elvis. He loved Elvis, and so we do too. Yeah. This is my granddaughter and her cousin.
This is my first time coming, but I love him too. I'm a fan because my grandma's a fan, so it's passed down to me.
Wow. So this is your first time
Ever
at Elvis
doing
Week.
any of this.
Okay, so you have probably spent a few days here, you're probably more the fan now than ever before. Right?
Yes, yes.
Because once you become a fan of Elvis, it just grows on you.
Yes.
Right? Is that right?
Absolutely. Yes, it does.
For us all. Pat, Rick here, me, everyone.
Yeah.
He was just a cool guy. Of course, the women loved him.
Absolutely.
I mean, I had never seen a guy that had every woman in the world after it. Elvis Presley did.
And he still lives on in all of our hearts.
Right.
The women loved him. A lot of the men hated him, but everybody wanted to be just like him. That's it.
I'm from Bryan, Arkansas. My husband David Kraft was from Bryan, Arkansas. I'm an Elvis fan because his music was so important at a young part of my life. And I like his music for the music it is and for the generosity and caring and compassion he had for people.
That's great. That's great. Why are you an Elvis fan, man?
Well, I've been an Elvis fan since I was 5 years old.
Okay.
We listened to Elvis on records on those little shoebox, those square record players.
Yeah.
The 45s, the little record that had a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
When I was going to grade school, and Elvis has always been in my family, and the life and legacy of Elvis Presley has always been important to everyone's life, not just mine or hers, my wife's, but everybody in the world. So we come to Elvis Week and we go back to 1990 when it began. I missed one in 30 years. So
One in 30 years.
One in 30 years.
What year was the biggest crowd ever?
1997.
How many? 97. What do you think?
Well, we don't know, I'm saying 20, 30,000 people from the end of that street all the way to that way.
So this whole boulevard was crowded?
Oh, yeah, the whole boulevard was, 1997, and it was said that, well, there's two helicopters in the sky, one over here and one over here, and they shine the light. I don't know if you heard that or not.
I think I've seen images or video.
They shine the light, and they said one of them, in one helicopter was Bill Clinton, the other was Elvis Presley.
Wow.
Oh, that was just said. But anyway.
Elvis over here. Wow.
Yeah, Elvis over here and Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. No, that's awesome. All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so check this out, guys. They came prepared. We got coolers, we have tortillas. I think me and the spot guy know where to come and hang out here in a little bit.
Yes, we have plenty.
You have plenty for us.
We have plenty.
All right, guys, so you're out here for the Candlelight Vigil 2021. Tell me, why are you an Elvis fan? What is it about the guy?
Well, just a long time ago. It's just his presence when I listen to him, or when I watch him, and then also just listening to him. It's just, there was no one else that'll ever be like him. When they talk about celebrity, there's no one today that's a celebrity. Elvis was a celebrity and didn't really know it. That's the only person I would consider to ever live that was an actual celebrity. When they use that word celebrity, that's where you can go basically anywhere in the world and you can say Elvis and they know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just with one name.
Yep.
That's great, man. How about you?
Me? Well, my husband got me to be an Elvis fan. For sure, but you know, just everything about him, just the way he was so kind and he was very generous, you know, when he knew somebody was hurting, he would try to help them, and that's what I think probably really drew me into being a huge Elvis fan, just somebody that just really understood the human nature of people and just wanting to help.
I love it.
Never forgot what it was like to have nothing, and he always remembered that.
Yes.
And he
never forgot.
He never forgot and continued that his whole life.
He did. He continued his whole entire life, and just those stories that people don't understand or know about him, that is what they need to convey, because that is a true human being. So, awesome.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy the Candlelight Vigil tonight. And thank you for coming by the TigerMan the other day.
Absolutely.
How did y'all like the TigerMan?
Excellent.
Yes, that was the coolest thing. The ambulance, amazing. Absolutely amazing. The ambulance was absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
so cool.
Seeing that ambulance for the first
Seeing
time.
the ambulance for the first time. I worked in the ambulance for 25 years, and just knowing just everything in there that took place and what they tried to do and everything, it was very, very cool.
Recommend it to other Elvis fans?
I recommend it to every single Elvis fan. Everything. It's not just the ambulance in there. It's everything that you guys have accumulated, and his family. His family, that was probably one of the best part, is talking to the family. And Danny took us through all that stuff, but just listening to them talk and just how nice they are, you can just see the genuine love they have for this man. Excellent. Love it.
Just yes, having Danny go through it, you can't get anyone nicer. You're just really kind-hearted, genuine person. It was nice to see him. Joey wasn't there, but I wanted to meet Joey, but it was nice to meet Stanley and everyone else.
That means you just have to come back.
But being in there and seeing how you got everything is there from when Elvis went in there to do his karate, being able to stand in the same spot with him and Linda and his dad standing there, you can get the exact same spot and take your picture, and it's awesome that you guys got that back up and going.
I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. What's up, Charles? You remember me, man? You been doing all right?
Yeah, can't complain. Look at here.
Good seeing you, man.
Look at these two beautiful ladies.
Good seeing you. Yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah.
But you know, it's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it.
Hey.
So I sacrifice.
Leave it up to you, because you're the man. You can do it.
I don't know about the man, but I'm having fun.
Ready? Here we go. Hey, give me one.
That's great. That's great. All right. So why are y'all Elvis fan? Why are you an Elvis fan?
Because he's cute.
Yeah.
No, because of her. Right here. No, because of her.
She made you an Elvis fan.
Yeah.
You had to watch Elvis every day.
Yes, her name's Presley. My name is Presley.
Presley.
What's the other name?
Show them how you steamroller. Marie Grace.
Steamroller for Presley.
I'm a steamroller, baby. I'm in a roll all over you.
That's great. That's great, Presley. What's your name?
Callie.
Callie, okay. Where did Callie come from?
California.
You're a Cali girl? Where are y'all from?
Texas.
Oh, you're a Texas girl. Right. What part of Texas?
Dallas.
All right, Dallas. That's awesome. All right, so why are you an Elvis fan?
Why I was born an Elvis fan, honey. I'm going to be 65 years old, and I come out loving Elvis. I mean, he started getting popular in '56. He knew I was coming, and that's what happened. It got in my soul, and it's never stopped.
It never stopped.
It never stopped. I mean,
Elvis
just it.
fans till we die.
Yes.
Elvis fans to the end. Huh?
Now we were born Elvis fans, we'll die Elvis fans.
So what is the rose for tonight?
That's to lay on his grave.
I got you.
One rose. I love you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Did I ask you why you're an Elvis fan?
Because of her.
What's your name?
Helena.
Elena, from Texas.
Yep.
So she made you an Elvis fan.
Yeah.
What is it about Elvis?
His looks.
So you like his looks too, all right? I'm telling you, I've never seen so many women go after one guy like Elvis had. Elvis had every girl in the world.
Can I show you?
Too, right?
Can I show you my dance?
Let me see your dance.
I'm a steamroll, baby. I'm in a roll. All right, now let me show you mine. Hers is bad. Here we go. Ready? Watch our dance.
What is that called?
It's just called. It's just clever.
You got to come up with a name.
It's called Tina Turner.
Oh, Tina Turner.
I'm a steamroll, baby. I'm in a roll.
All right. What about you? Why are you an Elvis fan?
Why aren't you an Elvis fan? That's the question. Why aren't you? If you don't love Elvis, what's wrong with you?
Something's wrong if you don't.
Yeah, something's wrong with your brain. You must ain't got eyes. You must ain't got ears.
So yeah, just a whole family of Elvis fans from Texas.
In my suit that says, first there was God, and then there was Elvis.
Wow. All right, well, hey, y'all enjoy tonight.
We're going to.
And let me tell you what Elvis Week's about, okay?
Yeah, let's
One thing, Elvis Week is about all the men want to be Elvis, and all the women hope they would be.
I'm Molly Harrison, and my mom used to play his records when I was little, and that made me become an Elvis fan. And I love Elvis, I love his music, and there's no one but just one king of rock and roll.
What's your favorite Elvis song?
I got a thing about you, baby. And I got other favorites too that I like.
That's great. That's great.
And I'm from Whitehall, Arkansas, and I'm Molly Harrison.
Nice to meet you, Mom.
Nice to meet you.
Well, have a fun night.
And I'm straight, and I'm straight rummy. Rummy chill.
We're Rumneys for We're Rumneys for Elvis.
Right, okay. All right, Janice. Tell the audience, who are you? Who are you, Janice?
My name is Janice Fidel. My dad was Eddie Fidel. He was a very good friend of Elvis's, and Elvis used to stay at our house when he was stationed at Fort Hood, and even after that, and a little before that. So, I was just talking about bringing my brother to Graceland for the first time 2 years ago. And we had done the whole Graceland tour, and we were sitting in the garden looking at Elvis's grave. and my brother Dana just broke down and started bawling. And he couldn't even speak. As a child, and even growing up for many years, I kind of resented that in a way. It was like my dad seemed to have more attention for Elvis than he did for my brother and I. But sitting in the meditation garden the very first time and just looking at where the pool was and the house and everything, I thought, you know, if I could have had the opportunity to be here back then, like my dad had, I would have been here too. So I just, all at one time, just forgave him, and it's just very moving.
And tonight you're going to experience the Candlelight Vigil for the first time.
Never done that. That's going to be.
Can you feel your dad with you?
What's that?
Can you feel your dad with you?
You know, whenever I come to Graceland, I actually do.
Wow.
I feel him, and I just know how much he loved this place and loved all the people.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I come.
See, your dad's so important because if it weren't for her father, we would not have some of this epic footage of Elvis in Tupelo in the 60s and here at Graceland. You guys probably have watched it. I might throw in little snippets right now on the screen.
I'd love that.
But her dad captured that footage you're watching right now once upon a time in his and Elvis's life. They were together hanging out. Elvis loved her dad, and your dad loved Elvis.
He did.
Plus, Janice, tell them, we can actually stay in the house Elvis stayed.
Absolutely. If you want to come to Waco, Texas and hang out in the house that Elvis slept in and visited on the weekends, we call it the Elvis House. It's theelvishouse.com, and it's available on Airbnb to rent for a vacation.
That's awesome.
I'd love to have you.
That's awesome. All right, Janice, well, I'll interview you tomorrow because you go hang out with us.
Awesome. I can't wait, Trey.
All right, have fun tonight.
Thank you. Bye.
Here we are, together again at Graceland. Good evening and welcome to the 2021 Candlelight Vigil. I am Argo from Elvis Radio on Sirius XM. I'd like to welcome everybody who's, of course, here on Elvis Presley Boulevard, but also everyone listening via Sirius XM and watching via live stream at Graceland.com. We have a lot of friends overseas that wish they could be here. Let's wave to them right now. This is a special night. Elvis fans, we're an incredible bunch. We show the world as a wonderful example that people from all over with different beliefs and different backgrounds can come together. The commonality of Elvis and our love for Elvis. We are gathered here in the name of love. It is a beautiful thing, and the world can learn a lot from Elvis fans. It's my pleasure to welcome to the stage now the CEO of Elvis Presley Enterprises, Mr. Jack Soden.
Cheer a little louder.
You guys, it's such an honor. Thank you, Argo. It's just an honor for me to just get a minute to come and say welcome in Candlelight Vigil 2021. Unbelievable. And we've been gathering for many, many years now. It's starting to be many decades. And I know some of you that we see all week. We've kind of all grown up together, and I just, you know, we're living through a year and a half, not just in the South, not just nationwide, but all over the world, that is different than anything I think we've ever experienced. And I've said from time to time, you know, you veterans know, I always say it on those freezing mornings on January 8th up at the Hill. And I think this is unexpectedly wonderful considering the weather we've had. But I always say that it's the greatest show of devotion and caring and inspiration for Elvis Presley that you all are here. And given the circumstances in the world, it couldn't be more special just to see you all. And I know I feel every bit as lucky to be here myself. So, and I'm here as a matter of fact because somebody very special 40 years ago invited me to get involved in making a plan to open Graceland. And it changed my life and it changed everything about my world. And so it's even that much greater honor for me to introduce that person that changed my life. So anyway, let me just introduce Priscilla Presley.
Jack, you took my speech away. I was going to say all of that. It's true. Wow. Hello. Wow. Now, I have to ask something. Is there any first-timers here? So, let me ask you, so far so good? Great. Is it? Okay. Thank you. You know, I was thinking today, what I could say to all of you. And, this is 44 years since Elvis's passing, which is still hard for me to believe. I'll never forget when I got the telephone call from Joe Esposito that, Elvis had passed. And it literally, my knees were shaking. I could not believe that he could pass because the whole group, the guys, everything, never thought Elvis would even die because he was such a big personality. He was who he was. He was the entertainer. He was, everything, as you all know. And today, being the 44 years, and looking out and seeing all of you still devoted, newcomers coming in, experiencing Elvis, young ones that are here and kind of not taking over, but spreading the word. It touches all of our hearts, really. And this is a very special event, and it's more of a celebration of his life because it is to be celebrated. Elvis was one of a kind. He really was. When he walked into a room, it was like, whoa, what just blew in? And I think everyone can tell you that, he was meant to be very special. He left his mark on this earth, and forever it will be. I know even in Italy, they have fan clubs of which they are doing the same thing, the same over in France, the same in other countries. This is how big he was all over the world. And I thank you with my heart that you are here and that you keep coming back. Newcomers are here. It started out really just like a few people to this. It's like magical. So I hope you enjoy this Elvis week. I hope you will meet great people because this is what happens. Elvis was connected always with his fans. They were first. They made him, and he never forgot that. And to see all of you here this evening on this very, very humid, hot night, being here for him, experiencing other fans that are Elvis and becoming friends with them, he would love it. Thank you so much for all of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Enjoy the show tomorrow night, because that's going to be something too. Thank you, Jack, because I'll never forget. I'm just going to say one thing. I have to rave about him a bit. We all know Jack Seven, but he was been trying to find someone to help me save Graceland before it was being sold. I had heard about Jack. I not only heard about him, but we had a mutual friend, and that's how we met. And the more I talked to Jack, I saw how level-headed he was, and his decision-making on this project that we were looking at. I went, oh my gosh, he's the kind I'm looking for. I talked to a few other people, and it just didn't happen. I said to Jack, Jack, I need to have someone help me run Graceland. It's going to be opened up because the attorneys said it needed to be sold. I said, and that was never going to happen. So Jack agreed, but he said to me, you know, Priscilla, I just have to tell you something. And I go, what? He said, well, I don't know if I'm an Elvis fan. I said, what do you mean? He goes, no, not as a person. You know, I'm just now getting used to his music. And I said, well, you'll become an Elvis fan. And that he did. So I thank you, Jack, for all that you do. You have really brought us all together, and you're being the man that you are. I have to be, thank you so much. And all of us appreciate you. Thank you.
Now, raise your candles high. Fantastic. Thank you so much. You can extinguish your candles. The next time you'll relight them is when you pass through the gates of Graceland. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce the Elvis Country Fan Club.
The fans gathered here tonight representing the millions of Elvis fans around the world that could not be with us tonight. We're thankful.
We light this candle for the people that are not here in person. We miss you and hope to see you here next year.
Elvis has been our bridge over troubled water for so many years, especially these past months. When we have felt down and out, when evening falls so hard, Elvis has always been beside us. As evening falls so hard, Elvis has and will comfort us and take our side when darkness comes and pain is all around. His unrivaled voice fills our minds with joy, peace, and hope. He lays his voice down like a bridge over troubled water. Elvis will always be with us for eternity. We come here tonight representing Elvis fans from around the world that could not be here with us. Thank you, Elvis, for being our bridge over troubled water. Please smile silently and reverently up the drive to Meditation Garden. Thank you.
And then the music.
And then the music.
Yeah.
The music hits you after you
Yes.
know how cool the guy
After I
is.
know who he was, then the music's different. It hits different.
I love that. I love that. How about you? All the way from Florida to be here at Elvis Week. What brought you to Elvis Week?
We actually went to his birthplace first, and I kind of just fell in love. He was so humble. We've listened to the music beforehand. My grandpa's a big Elvis and like Johnny Cash and that type of era fan. So just amazing to come out to be able to see it in real life and be a part of it and be a part of everybody.
We're dancing on the stove.
Dancing to the king.
From the Colonel.
From the Colonel.
Awesome.
I was
Hey,
so
I'm Billy.
shocked. Hi, Globetrotting with Trey.
You watch my show?
Thank you so much. Yes, every single morning we're watching it in the hotel every morning to know what's going on because it's our first.
Our whole itinerary was based off
Yes,
of you guys.
we went. I literally
That's why we
changed.
do this stuff.
Yeah. I literally changed our hotel schedule to go to Tupelo, and then we went to the Storytellers Museum. They let us in everywhere. I went into his man cave where he has all his, personal.
Yeah, down in the basement?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, the outside one.
Oh, okay. You're
yes.
talking, okay. Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing and we loved it.
That is
so
very
yes,
cool.
Very beautiful.
Yeah,
That is
all
very
because of
cool.
your videos. And every morning right now this week we've been watching all of your videos. So
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
It
thank
means
you.
a lot. Y'all support us.
Thank
You're
you.
people
Yeah.
that do us any good to make it, but nobody watches.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so thanks.
And we'll be with you guys tomorrow.
I'm excited. We're going to have a great time.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow morning we'll be there first thing. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Well, there's nothing like Elvis friends, and this is one big family, and I mean that. And what happens is, a lot of us are a little bit late to the party, but I see the same people every year, and you get to be friends with them, and you get to see them once a year or twice a year, and it's great. Yeah, it's great.
When we went to the hardware store in Tupelo, the ladies told us that they have like Elvis's scarves, like they went to the concerts, and it's those people that keep coming back every year.
Yes.
Everybody that we met, our server in Bon Aqua, when we went to a restaurant there, his mom has an Elvis scarf. He asked me to bring back a keychain from here, and I'm gonna mail it to him. He just gave me his address on the ticket, on our receipt. So just interesting stories like that. So yeah.
Elvis is universal.
He really is.
He is.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we made new friends.
That's right. Exactly, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
We're excited. It's gonna be.
I am so excited. So
Are y'all
yeah.
gonna stay up all night?
No, we're gonna get our sleep for sure. Yeah. Well, we plan to be here for a long time, but we definitely want to sleep.
You're gonna
and
walk
then.
up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Now you know this thing there used to be, now nobody from the UK can come right now, nobody overseas. That's why the numbers, now there's still a lot of people, but this used to, in the beginning, it would literally last till 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's what I was telling her. Yeah, that's what we heard. Yeah.
So many people. So it's still amazing. This is still a great turnout.
Oh, it's a big turnout.
Yeah, it is. I saw your video the other year when they charged and stuff like that, but I was telling her, I was like, I hope that it's like more people this year so we can like just be around everyone, meet everyone. So they did it right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Very nice. Yeah.
Last year was pitiful. The year before was bad because they had charged the year before and people didn't come.
Right.
To kind of send a
I
message.
saw all your videos on that.
And it may have been the year before that. I can't remember. All of them are running together.
Yeah.
They're running together.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are.
Very cool. Thank you. I was like, oh my gosh, I think. And then when you were filming us in Dean, I was like, oh my gosh, that's Globetrotting with Trey. Yeah, I was like, that's Trey. I recognize him.
Elvis is still taking care of business in a flash. Thanks for watching this episode of Globetrotting with Trey. I hope you've enjoyed all my episodes during Elvis Week 2021. One more day left. Stay tuned.